Hello, let's talk about something that affects millions of men in the UK, but still often goes unsaid, and that's men's mental health. Not just the serious clinical issues we sometimes see on the news, but the quiet struggles, the stress, the pressure, the silence. For many men, asking for help can feel harder than just getting on with it, but that doesn't mean they don't need it. Today, we're going to explore why so many men avoid asking for help and what stops them, and how we can start making a change. So let's start with the facts. About 12.5% of men in England live with a mental health disorder. So that might include depression, anxiety, PTSD, and more. Men are 3 times more likely than women to die by suicide, and suicide remains the leading cause of death for men under 50 in the UK. Only 36% of NHS talking therapy referrals are for men. 40% of men say they've never spoken to anyone about their mental health. So that alone should make us stop and think. Because these numbers aren't just statistics. They represent real people, real families, and real loss. So why is this happening? Why do so many men wait until they're at breaking point? One reason is cultural. From a young age, many boys are told to toughen up. Don't cry, keep going. By adulthood, these same boys have learned not to show any vulnerability, not to admit when they're struggling, and not to reach out for support. We call this stoicism, and while resilience has its place, too much of it can become isolation. Men are often praised for being self-reliant, but there's a difference between being independent and being alone. The workplace doesn't help either. 32% of men say work stress is a leading cause of their mental health struggles. Yet many still worry that if they speak up, they'll be seen as weak. And in long hours, pressure to provide, and limited support systems, it's easy to see how mental health can start to crack under the surface of all of this pressure. Even when support is available, men don't always access it. Some don't know where to go, others think therapy isn't for them, and in some cases, they might be right, because the truth is, most services weren't designed with men in mind. Traditional therapy often relies on verbal expression and emotional vulnerability, and that works for some. But many men process their thoughts differently. They may prefer action over words, structure over open-endedness. Yet very few services offer that. We've created support systems aimed at one kind of communication, and in doing so, we've unintentionally excluded many men. We also need to talk about how we were raised. From our earliest years, most boys are taught the same unspoken rules. Be strong, be the problem solver, don't complain. When we fall, we're told to get up. When we struggle, we're told to keep going. And when we feel something deeply, we're told not to show it. So those messages don't appear in adulthood. They evolve. They shape how men cope, or don't. And the cost of that silence, it isn't just personal, it affects all of us. Relationships suffer, families break down, fathers, brothers and partners become emotionally distant. Not because they don't care, but because they've never been taught how to express their feelings. Friendships can become shallow, based on banter rather than real support. Many men don't feel they have anyone they can truly open up to. In workplaces, stress goes unspoken until burnout hits, or worse. In communities, men struggle quietly with addiction, loneliness, or anger. We are living with the fallout of generations of emotional suppression, but there is a different way. When men get the right support, the benefits can be enormous. They become more present in their relationships. They show up more openly as partners, fathers, sons, and friends. They communicate better. They manage stress more effectively, and they reconnect with purpose. And workplaces will benefit too. Improved mental health leads to fewer sick days, higher morale, better collaboration. We all win when men are mentally well. Here are 5 things we can do right now to encourage men to talk and seek support. 1. Lead by example. If you're in a position to share your own story, make it normal to talk. 2. Ask twice. Are you alright? Most of us say yes without even thinking. Try again. Are you really alright? It might show that you mean it and you want to listen. 3. Keep it private. Public conversations can feel quite exposing. A quiet coffee, a walk, a drive. Those are often better moments to help connect. 4. Make it practical. Therapy isn't just about emotions, it's about solving problems, improving sleep and managing stress. Frame it in a way that feels useful. 5. Offer options. Not everyone wants traditional therapy. Try peer groups, coaching, or activity-based programs. The goal is connection, not formality. If you're a man watching this and you're struggling, know that you are not weak, you are not failing, and you are not alone. Asking for help doesn't take away your strength, it proves it. Change starts with one step, one conversation, and one honest moment. And if you're someone supporting a man in your life, be patient, be present, and keep asking. Because you never know what might change when someone finally feels safe enough to speak. Please call 01752 22 1119 to see how we can help you.